Chapter 17, 283 Days Missing. You tell me, Ashwin screamed in the video. 6 adults sleep in the same house. 3 other children are sleeping in the same room. 1 child vanished in the middle of the night. The family has no clue. Were they drunk under the influence of drugs? Saurabh lowered the volume of my laptop. He wrote down the title of the YouTube video we had just watched in his notebook. This was the 36th media clip we had seen on the case. I think we have seen enough coverage on this. I had liked to meet the mother now, Saurabh said. I have already set up a meeting for next week. You will finally meet her, I said. Good. I had liked to see Navratna house, meet the extended family too. Of course, one step at a time. We are not ruling the family out tonight, Saurabh said. I looked at Saurabh. We never rule anyone out, Golu. I said. Good. Any headway with the police? Will they share whatever they have? Saurabh said. They will, if we go to them. With some influence, I said. ACP Rana? Saurabh said. Who else? He is the only senior officer who owes us favor, I said. Keshav? My mother's scream from living room startled me. What, ma? It's 4 in the afternoon. You two have been watching videos all day. Stop behaving like pigs and take a shower. Look who's here. The hotshoot detective who forgot me, Rana said and stood up to greet us. We knew ACP Rana as we have worked with him on 2 cases. He had recently shifted to the Delhi police headquarters near the Bangla Sahib Gurudwara in center Delhi. Sir, the real hotshot is you, Saurabh said. Look at your new office. Unlike his usual office in a dusty police station, Rana's new air-conditioned office now had painting on the wall and sofas with lace covers. Let's sit on the sofas, he said and grinned, happy to show off his new space. He pinged a wireless bell and a PN came in. 3 masala teas. If it's not hot, I will send it back, Rana said to the PN. He turned to us after the PN left. So, what brings you here? We have a case, I said. Oh, Camino, you only think of me when you have work, Rana said and laughed. It is not that, sir, Saurabh said. We don't want to disturb a senior officer like you. Arey, where senior? The PN brought us 3 cups of tea on a tray. Alongside there were biscuits, sandwiches, samosas and kaju barfi. Saurabh's hand reached for a samosa in reflex. I cleared my throat. Saurabh's hand froze while still holding a samosa. What? Rana said, surprised. He is not supposed to have it, I said. Why? Rana said. Samosa down, Golu, I said. I stared at him till he put the samosa back on the tray. 1 biscuit, Saurabh said, with the feeble air of a famine victim. No, just tea without sugar, I said. Saurabh began to sip his tea as if it was malaria medicine. What the hell just happened? Rana said. No, he's right, sir. I am on a diet, Saurabh said. He is my fitness trainer. Rana burst out laughing. Good, good. I have put on too. You look great, sir, Saurabh said. Stop buttering me up. Tell me about your case and how can I help? Gave him a briefing about Sia's case and our need to meet Chautala. Inspector Ratan Chautala? Really? Rana grinned. He kept his empty cup back on the table. You know him? I said. Yes. He joined the police force the same year as me. He's from my hometown Hisar too. We wanted his cooperation if they can share whatever they did so far on the Sia Roda case, I said. I will try. He doesn't like me much, Rana said. Why, sir? Saurabh said. I am ACP going on DCP. He will retire as an inspector. Think about it. Saurabh and I nodded. Rana picked up his phone. I have his number. Let me call Chautala while you guys are here. Rana dialed a number and placed the call on speaker mode. Chautala, sir, Rana said when he answered. How are you, sir? This is your old Hisarwala Vijender Rana. Oh, Rana, sir, Chautala said. Good to hear from you. Tell me, of what service can I be to you? I have these 2 friends, more like brother to me, like you are, Rana said. He went on to tell him about us and what we wanted. Chautala remained silent after Rana finished briefing him. Chautala sir, you there? Rana said. Yes sir, but Sia Arora case sir, that's a cold case. I know, but these boys want to work on it. They are a little stupid, but are like my brothers. Okay sir, private detectives, you said. Not hardcore, it's their hobby. Like we used to play kabaddi in Hisar. They like working on cases. Strange hobby. They are strange, but they helped me. Your brother become ACP because they helped me solve high profile cases. Really, sir? Well, it was mostly me, but they helped a bit. Rana winked at me. Chautala remained silent on the other side. So, will you take some time out for my younger brothers? Rana said. ACP sir, I can't say no to you. My elder brother, right? ACP Rana's contacts, Chautala said, looking up from a file. Yes, sir. Working on the Sia Roda case, I said. Working? Chautala was sarcastic. I thought we were working on it, but sit please. Let us learn from you. Saurav and I sat across from him. Mrs. Alia Arora has hired us. We are just trying to help. I am Keshav Rajpurohit and this is my partner Saurav Maheshwari. I held out my hand to shake his. Chautala didn't reciprocate. Hired you for what? He said. To see if we can find anything new. Best efforts, that's all, I said. Chautala turned to Saurav. Is all this just a way for you to get money from her? She is rich, I know. No, sir, Saurav said, his voice nervous. Chautala smirked. I wish I could send her a bill for all the head breaking I did on her case, he said. I ignored his comment. Sir, we wanted to find out whatever you know so far. Not go by media reports. The media is a brothel. They will say anything to sell their crap news. I know, sir, I said. Anything on file will be helpful, Saurav said. Oh, you will check my work now. You think we didn't do it properly? Not at all, sir, I said. I just want to see if there's even anything to be done here. If not, I'd rather return the money to Alia Arora. Chautala shrugged. Fine, ACP Rana sent you, so I'll let you have a look. He tore a slip of paper from his notebook and scribbled in it. Show this to my juniors sitting in the next room. They will let you access the files. Thank you so much, sir, I said. No copies, no photos, he said. Understood, sir, said Saurav. And if this leaks out to the media that you have been hired to work on this case or were snooping around the police station, I will not just kick you out, I will get you locked up. Clear? Chautala said. Clear, sir, Saurav said. Anything else? Chautala said. We shook our heads and stood up to leave. Chautala looked down at his files again. One thing, sir, Saurav said. Yes, Chautala said, looking irritated. Is it possible to get sugar-free tea in that room? It all ties up, I said. I placed the various testimonies in neat piles on the desk in front of us. Saurav and I had spent 3 hours going through the police files. Manohar and Sonu's story added up. They were still in custody for the cheating case. The police had spoken to Sia's friends and their parents. There was no useful information there. Aryan, Sia's crush, had mentioned constant fights between Sia's parents which would disturb Sia. Parvati, Sia's best friend, had corroborated this in her testimony. Sia would cry in school every time her parents fought the previous night. She said there would be loud arguments late into the night. They affected Sia a lot, but she never discussed it much. Read one of the Parvati's statement. Problem in the marriage, Saurabh said. Did you know? Sort of, I said. I know Manish and Alia had fight after Sia disappeared. I didn't know there were issue before the kidnapping. The testimonies of the family member didn't reveal much either. I went back to the Shamshera's statement. Shamsher Arora's testimony taken by Inspector Ratan Chautala. Mr. Shamsher Arora, what exact business do you do? My company is called Navratna Jewels. We are wholesaler of diamond and gold jewelry with a factory in Manesar. We supply to various jewelry retailer shops and export ornaments worldwide. My younger son Manish also had a direct online retailer jewelry business with the brand named Nava. Who owns Navratna Jewels and Nava? Navratna Jewels is owned by me. My son Tanmay Arora or Timmy runs it with me. Nava is owned by my son Manish and some private equity investors. So, Timi Arora does not own any share in Nava? No, but all this is on paper only. We are one family. Everything belongs to everyone. After me, Navratna Jewels will be split between both my sons only. Who else? How are the relationships within the family? Excellent. Timi and Manish love each other. There has never been an issue between them, even though they work together. I have two wonderful daughter in law. My wife is a bit bossy, but she is a good, fearing, spiritual person and wonderful at heart. Bossy? That was a joke, obviously. Is it true that your wife and your daughter in law, Alia, do not get along? It's the standard Saas Bahu relationship. Isn't that the reason why Manish moved with his family to the Icon? That's not only the reason. Alia wanted a play area and community for her children, which you get in a apartment complex. But it was one of the reason. Yes, Alia's not Punjabi. Half Keralite, half Rajasthani, doesn't understand our culture sometimes, that's all. Can you elaborate further? My wife expects her daughter in law to listen to her. Alia belongs to the modern, independent category of women. Durga is also modern actually. She is fine with her bahus drinking, for instance. However, she can be a bit traditional in other ways. Some clashes are unavoidable, like I said, normal conflict. Nothing that doesn't happen in other homes. We have to meet them, Saurav said. There's more to this normal conflict. Working on it. First, you meet Alia day after tomorrow, I said. Saurav nodded. He pointed to a black plastic folder that seemed different from the brown cardboard police files. What's that? Saurav said. What? I said and picked up the black folder. I read the title on the cover. Cyber Investigation Report, Sia Arora case. I opened the file. It had details of cell phone tower locations of all the people the police and considered relevant to the case. They had done a thorough job. The people were divided into categories. Sia Arora's family and Manohar all were found in the same tower as Shamsher Arora's house. The Arora family's domestic staff drivers maid Neelu, all cell phones found in the respective places of residence. Sia Arora's friends and parents of friends, all cell tower located found near their respective homes. Miscellaneous people associated with the Arora family, Navratna Jewel staff, Nava staff, family doctor, plumber, electrician, gardener, priests, massage lady used by Durga Arora, all at their respective homes or work locations corroborated by witnesses. Sia's tutor, Dharmesh Arora, suspect, tower location found in Goa. They have done a great job. They even tracked the cell tower location of the massage lady, Saurav said. Before I could answer, Chautala entered the room. We left no stone unturned in this case, he said. Hello, sir, I said and stood up. Are you studying for an exam? Chautala said and checked the time. It's 6 in the evening. I am going home. You will be here a while? Not much longer, sir, I said, just going over the cyber file. I don't even fully understand all this cyber stuff. Sub-Inspector Viren did a fabulous job with it, though the media never acknowledged all this great work. Chautala signaled to his constable Joginder to keep an eye on us and left us to it. Saurabh and I went back to the cyber investigation report. They scrubbed Sia's phone. Saurabh said, flipping through the pages. This has a list of all the apps she had and what they found there. I took the file from him and read through the pages. They did it for the tutor phone too, I said. I saw a small sealed envelope stapled to the last sheet of the cyber investigation report. It had a hard plastic object inside. What is it? Pen drive, I guess. Tracing the outline. We need this, Saurabh whispered. How? I whispered. Joginder sat 10 feet away from us, filling in a register. Saurabh took out the pen drive from the envelope and slipped it into his pocket. Joginder sir, where is the toilet? Saurabh said. Outside on the left, he said, without looking up at us. Saurabh stood up. picked up his backpack and went to the toilet. When he returned from the washroom, he put his backpack on the floor and slid the pen drive back into the envelope. You guys are private detectives? Joginder said. Yes, I said. This is a dead case. Yeah, I said with an amiable smile. I can see that. Anyway, we are done here. I stood up to leave. You realize we just stole from a police station? I said to Saurav after we came out of the building. I stole nothing. I kept the pen drive back. Only made a copy on my laptop, Saurav said and winked at me, pointing to his backpack.